This is Justin from Justice League Swag, and today I'm doing a deck profile on the deck that I just won New York Regionals in White Plains with, and my flag is Darkness Dragon World, Buddy, Demio Sword Dragon, Buddy Rare. So first we're going to start with Black Dragon Shield, Staple, reduces any damage and gives you 1 life, really good. Next up is Purgatory Knight's Knuckle Duster Dragon. I run that at 2. This is just for rush kill with Demio, so it's literally like size 1, crit 2, Purgatory Knight, Demios, this guy. If my opponent doesn't have a response and no center, that's 10 damage straight up. 3 cards, no gauge. Next, I main deck 2 of these guys. When he's destroyed, pay 1 gauge, and he destroys an item on your opponent's field. And if he dies by a monster effect, whether it's yours or your opponent's, you still can wipe out a item. So it's really good. 4, Purgatory Knight's Forever. This card, Staple. Staple 4. Pay 1 gauge, pay 1 life, that's nothing. Get back to Purgatory Knight. So, anything. So, even if I ran size 3s, this could get back a size 3 and a size 0, so I could fill my field with that. But, the size 3s and, well, Purgatory Knights aren't that good. Next up is Abyss Symphony. I only run 2. Some people run 3, but I don't like dead draws, so I only run 2. A lot of times I end up charging this if my life stays above 10 for more than 2 turns. Next, 4, Purgatory Knight's Crossbow Dragon. Ping for 1, gauge 1. It's really good, so it keeps my death grips and dark energies live. And people almost always take this ping for 1. Next up, Staple. Gyram Lance. Run it at 4. You destroy Purgatory Knight and he gains a crit. But ideally, I use him as a backup for Demios when I don't see him in time. Or to push for game if my opponent has no cards on field. 3 of these guys equals about 8 damage. Unless you kill a Purgatory Knight first and give it 3 crit and then play the other 2 guys. Devil Stigma. I only ran Devil Stigma in this build because I played Closed Center, and I also ran 3 Greybard, which I'll be getting to shortly. So it's gauge and it's 1 life. It makes up for a lot of the dark energies and death grips. Underblade, Staple, helps me clear walls. Purgatory Knights die to 7k defense. I main deck 2 of these because I can resource them and get them back if I need them. If not, I side them out. Now, my buddy, Demio Sword Dragon, SP, full. Speaks for itself. Can OTK with this guy or clear fields at the expense of your field. You don't really minus if you're using grade. I run 4 of these. Kill him off by any monster effect during battle, and you get to draw a card. So, I attack a monster or side or center or whatever, or ping for 1, kill him off, draw a card. It's really good, so you don't really minus when you're taking away from your opponent. Oh, this is mixed up. But Dark Energy, I run at 3 because I played close center, and you're about to see why. Because I main deck 4, Hungry Claw Ryga. Hungry Claw Ryga, 2 gauge, and I can attack with a monster in my center, so I can leave my center closed. It's really good. With Purgatory Knights Forever, I can resource and get back monsters. I really don't care about my monsters in anything I play, so this is really good for them to take the hits instead of me. Death Grip. I ran at 4 today. I sided out some of them against my size 3 heavy compatriots. I mean, it's Staple. It makes up for me not running the other negate, Midnight Shadow. So, minusing my opponent instead of them minusing me life or killing me. Next up, Greybard. I only run 3 because this is Purgatory Knights, and with all of the death grips and dark energies, and then with the weapon, I don't have enough gauge all the time, but that's why I also run the Devil Stigma to make up. And sometimes I know people would say, well, you run the crossbows. A lot of times people kill my crossbows with destruction. I don't want to play a dark energy on a crossbow. Then last 2 cards I play, Life Dwells in the Flame of Hades 2. This card is really good if I have a monster on the left or right. When I take damage, I cast this card and I draw 2 cards. I side these out on any build that focuses on control or attacking my monsters, because then it's a dead draw. I'd rather not just draw 1 card and not put in something else. Next up is my side deck. For big decks, death damage, I run it 2. Take out the death grips for death damage. Take out size 3s easier, or for free. 1 more dark energy to replace with a death grip. Then this guy is like MVP. Thirsting Creature Zanzara. His ability, play him and you remove a soul from any card on the field. So anything with soul guard, he can potentially take out himself. Play this on the field, remove a soul from drum, then smack drum by itself. Clutch. Helped me with a lot of my big decks that I had to play. Next, 2 of this guy. Just in case if people are running a lot of items and I don't need Underblade, I'll go to him. And finally, I didn't have to use him at all, but I ran him just in case I played any deck that ran a lot of set spells. And that is all for today. We'll be right back to you with more videos as soon as possible.